Hello everyone, Storm Whirlwind here. We're going to be doing a fall 2019 number 2 forecast, weekly forecast, and severe weather for tomorrow. The reason why I wanted to do this in live stream is because, well, first of all, I don't really want to do these in videos. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I do have a few things to talk about in this live stream as well. Bill, man, that Area 51 stuff is just going around, isn't it? Agent 4. So yeah, I'd like to welcome anybody joining into the live stream. You can see I got no tabs up here right now. I want to ask you, anybody that's watching the stream, which one you want me to do first? Fall 2019 forecast, the weekly forecast, or y'all want me to talk about severe weather for tomorrow? If you want me to check Houston, well, that'll be the weekly forecast. I guess we're going to go ahead and do that first. Don't worry, I can see chat on my phone here. Place it right beside my computer. Hopefully it does not lag or anything. So we'll start taking a look at the GFS model. Houston, Texas will be right over here for Agent 4. Taking a look into Monday, there's a chance of severe weather going over here. Houston, Texas may have some scattered showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms. That is possible. Probably chance of rain's looking to be more of a 30 to 40% chance. You can tell here the GFS is showing squall line for potential severe thunderstorms up in the northeast there. That goes into Tuesday night. Here's the day on Tuesday. Your cold front starts to pass, especially for Houston, Texas. And this is going to bring in well below average temperatures to parts of the plains and the Great Lakes, the northeast. Even my area is going to be seeing temperatures 15 to 20 degrees below average. My area could see record lows, especially for Wednesday there. This is very unusual for this time of year. This is more of I'm going to Galveston, Texas, to a water park there in the late week. You now know where that is. I mean, this setup like this it's more of a winter type of thing here. I mean, if we go into December, we probably have a possible snowstorm up northeast. That is possible for that to happen. Here's Wednesday. High pressure takes up pretty much almost the entire United States. The only areas that could be wet, the northwest, and even Florida there. Here's Thursday. Pretty much everybody is dry. Could be some windy conditions at the points. You can see the isobars are indeed close to each other there. Let's go into Friday. Very similar situation. Saturday, scattered showers and thunderstorms will try to return off in the eastern United States. It looks like west is looking to be staying dry. We could take a look at rain accumulations here. You can see, yeah, most of the west is looking to be dry. Even the northern plains showing dry. Where you see white that is no rain at all. That is no rain. Texas is looking to be mostly dry. The east seems like it's going to get most of the rain out of the bunch. Even the Rockies will show that as well. Highest rainfall totals could exceed up to 5 inches for some spots. Keep in mind, this is hard to predict because these are scattered thunderstorms, and thunderstorms like those could put down a lot of rain in a hurry. Could potentially see up to 6 inches or more. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and go into, I think it's shaded, 2-meter temperature anomalies. Yeah, these are going to be your temperatures. We're going to go start with Sunday. Very warm out in the plains. This heat ridge should start to calm down. Seems like the plains will unfortunately stay pretty warm with temperatures in hundreds. Same thing for the desert southwest. California look to heat back up, so it looks to be more of a hot and dry pattern for people in the west. Heaters on Monday. I don't even know what that noise is outside. I know it's not thunder. That is too far away. By the way, I got thunderstorms around 50 miles away, so yeah. I live in central Kentucky, and the storms are by the Louisville Metro. Coming on my way. Most likely not going to be doing a video on this. Alright, let's go ahead and continue on this. Looks to be very similar. North, looking to be in the nice 70s. Here's Monday. Out east, 80s, even 90s in the southeast. East of Texas, looking to be staying hot. Same thing for the west. Looks like Tuesday is looking to be very similar situation. You can see that parts of the north is starting to cool off. Here's Wednesday. At this point, we should see temperatures start to cool down from the GFS here. This is Wednesday. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wow. We're looking on the wrong week, guys. Looking on the wrong week. Here's Monday. Whoops. I was like, why is it so warm? I was like, oh, I'm on the wrong week. Sorry, guys, I'm on the wrong week here for temperatures. So here's a look at temperatures. Now this is looking much better for a lot of people. 60 showing up in New York State there. Very cool temperatures for a good chunk of around the Great Lakes, Midwest, Mid-Atlantic. Eventually the Southeast will start to get cooled down as well. Don't worry. The Southeast will get cooled down as well. You can see it's the 70s take up about 2/3 of the country. West is looking to be staying hot with a ridge starting to build up. Here's Wednesday. Things start to warm up out east as that cool plunge starts to go away. West is starting to get warmer. Here's Friday. Everybody starts to warm up. And Saturday, looks like there could be still some warming. And it seems like the West is going to be staying hot. So there is your weekly forecast there. There. Got to go. See ya. Goodbye, Agent 4. Thanks for joining. Since there's no one else on here, I guess we can take a look into, let's see here. Severe weather does continue with weekly forecast, so I guess we could take a look into that. 0Z, alright, now, how far it's got down? 57%, so that is enough. There's precipitation here. Kind of seems that I could see some decent storms there. Yeah. Yeah, whenever I look at the Northeast, looks like they'll get the best out of the bunch there. Just from looking into the NAM. Looks like Wednesday, or I should say Tuesday, looks like there's a pretty good severe weather potential for the Carolinas into Georgia there. Could see a pretty good damaging wind threat there. We're going to skip the other ingredients. We'll go ahead and take a look to the supercell composite. That is a combination between Cape and Shear. So here you go. We'll start off in the Northeast here. We got a 7 in Massachusetts. For my accent, I cannot pronounce that, so I'm sorry. So we got some shear in the atmosphere. There's some cape around. The graph is showing a potential tornado there. Looking over the string, I don't think I'm not that laggy that I'm used to. which is good. No one likes lagging live streams. We got some strong winds up in the atmosphere there. We'll go ahead and continue on to the next day. Okay. 5 there. I think the tornado threats will be lower. The Cape is higher, but the shear is lower. So very low then tornado threat for Tuesday at the Carolinas. Then there should be not much of any threat for severe weather afterwards. We can go ahead and take a look at the significant tornado parameters. So, showing some green. It's nothing significant there. Oh yeah, we're showing up at 2.4. We'll take a look into that. That'll be, let's see here. Okay, this is a better look here. Shear is definitely higher. The Cape is good as well. It's a little high. So it seems like there's a higher end tornado threat. When is that? Okay, Tuesday night. So I guess there will be a tornado threat somewhere in that area. Okay, I think it's going to be time for... Say I have someone else watching. Let's go in and take a look into fall 2019. I do have something to talk about here, though. We'll look into... Where is it at? Here it is. The Jamstack model. Now this model here has been going back and forth, so you can't trust this one here that much this time. At this time. Hold on. Fixing my phone here so I can see chat better. There we go. There we go. So this is updated on my last fall forecast. It's completely different. So we'll take a look into fall. We may look into winter in this live stream as well, just as a bonus. So what we got going on for sea surface temperatures is we got a neutral phase going on. Maybe a very weak La Nina trying to show up for fall. Now, in my opinion here for fall, I think we're going to have an early early winter. It's looking like that for an early winter. I mean, the reason why here was what we got here. We got a lot of warmth going on in the Pacific, which is going to build a ridge out west. Eventually, it's going to push a trough out in the east. Here, we got some warming going on near Greenland, which that's going to create high pressure over here. What that's going to do is going to bring colder air right in here like this. But what I'm also seeing, hurricane season wise, it seems like we're going to have high pressure going on in here in this red. It could be weak, but we can have storm tracks here. Hold on, let me do this. Here, we'll do this in green. So here's the storm tracks. We can see potential storm tracks coming over here. This is where some of our storms come from, and that is too big. So storm systems come off from Africa. Your main development region will be in here for any tropical storm development. And it looks like the track can be something like this right in here. And somewhere in here, you're talking about these areas right in here, including Florida. These areas here have a chance of getting hit by a tropical system for the hurricane season. We already had a hurricane and a tropical storm. so far this season. There might have been 2. You can see here with sea surface temperatures, there's high pressure probably going on in here, which it is, and probably going to create storm tracks going down here. Now we can go on in and look onto surface air temperatures. You can see here your below average temperatures is looking to be down southeast, which it kind of gives me a signal there could be a little bit of a trough going on here. It looks like we may have high pressure going on in the Rockies. Just looking extremely warm for pretty much everybody in the world here. I mean, Greenland's warm, Canada's warm, the United States is warm, South America is warm. Good chunk of Asia is warm, Africa's warm, Europe is warm. I don't think this is going to deal with climate change or anything like that. But what we do know is, what I do highly agree with, is probably warm over Alaska and Canada, because when you look at sea surface temperatures, there's definitely a ridge going on in there, which is going to create a ridge out here. And we really see normal to below average temperatures, which is pretty much over here in the east. There could be potential troughs there. Now, precipitation doesn't really make much of any sense here. But now, on the last forecast, a good chunk of models do agree on above average precipitation up in the northwest. But everything else, it just doesn't make that much sense at all. I mean, the Jamstack's been going kind of back and forth on this. The precipitation, see, it has changed quite a bit there. So the Jamstack doesn't really know what to show here. So I think we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to have to make a new tab here just to compare things. With the forecast models, we're going to take a look into the CFS model. And we're going to average things out by 3 months. Now, here you go. Here is fall. So here's a look into fall from the CFS. Looks like it wants to bring in maybe a weak trough. Keep in mind the CFS is warmer than it actually is, so probably giving it by a few degrees Celsius. Subtract that by a couple of degrees, and that kind of gives you that the central plains will be below average. Out west, there's going to be a ridge, and things like out east could be a ridge as well. Looking at this, like I said, it's kind of similar, but the cold air looks to be in the central plains. So where we're looking at, I think the best agreement shows that we can have it ridge out west. It's just in the central and east United States, there's just some uncertainties there to go along with it. So really, look it to be below average for the plains, maybe in near the Midwest as well. Let's look into precipitation anomalies here. This is it's looking to be above average in the Mid-Atlantic, well, most of the East here. A little bit of dryness in California. A little bit dry by Texas. It just looks more of a mess. Well, not really to say. No, it's not really a mess, actually. Because it's showing a ridge. Here, blue's high. It's showing a ridge out here when you look into 2-meter temperature anomalies. And it's showing another ridge out here. You can actually tell by precipitation there's actually a ridge out here just by how dry it is there. You can see the hurricane season could be a little bit active because it's showing above average precipitation around Florida area, around the Bahamas there. So it could be concerning for states like Alabama, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. Those states is probably going to keep an eye on this. Maybe even Mississippi as well, or Louisiana. As you can tell here, there's going to be a trough in here, in between these highs here. So basically, your storm track could be something like this. Your storm track. It seems like it makes sense over here. Well, basically everything makes sense. It's just over here doesn't make any sense. In my opinion, over there should be dry conditions there from the CFS model. So kind of comparing it here, it's all completely different here. But what does have an agreement on is some average precipitation up northwest there, and the Jamstack here shows above average precipitation up north, so there could be a zonal flow type of situation here. Just by the look of the storm track, I don't think it's gonna be dry over here. If there's going to be a trough over here, it should not be dry. I mean, it shouldn't be. There should be storm tracks going through there. And that area should be above average. So, I think my prediction's going to be... now, everyone's going to say it's probably going to be more of a type of a El Nino pattern, which it might be one of those type of things. I'm going to be making my forecast maps here as well. Let's go back to surface air temperatures. That is completely warm. So I got an idea for that. Now take this off by a few degrees, and over here should be below average around here. It is definitely showing a trough somewhere. We just do not know where it's going to be. Yeah, my forecast is going to be similar to Direct Weather's outlook here. Well, I think the trough will be a little bit dominant here, taking over a good chunk of the central United States and maybe a little parts of the east. Warm conditions up here. It could be average around Texas there. Yeah, it could be. Above average temperatures along the East Coast looks to be possible. Now, I think everyone agrees at this point it looks to be a late fall up northeast, which I do agree with that. I mean, it's showing warmer temperatures up there, so it could stay around some summertime temperatures up there. It could be an early fall over here. We'll sort this down by... So here's September here. So below average temperatures going on over here. Here's October. Seems like it kind of shifts there, then it kind of shifts out there. Here, let me look back my old ones here. It's in here. Here's Barry is in here. Here you go. Here was my my first one right here. I was forecasting slightly below average temperatures for these areas in here. Above average looks to be pretty dominant still out west. I think I'm going to keep it the same there. I don't think it's going to be way above average, though. I think it's just going to be above average over there. But I think Washington can be downgraded to a slightly above average pattern there. Looks like this down here can be cut off. And up here, I think it will stay the same up there. And I think the slightly below average can be shifted a little bit to the west there. So there's probably going to be some changes here. Here's precipitation outlook. This is going to change quite a bit. This is going to completely change right here. Yeah, the precipitation is going to be completely changed. The temperature is going to be changed some. It's going to have some changes with it, but it's not going to be nothing major. So we can go on ahead and we'll go to Google Docs. This is how I make my forecast. It's pretty simple. It's not pretty like everyone else does it, but it's an easy way to do it. Snowfall forecast, that's going to wait till a long time. I also use that for other stuff like severe weather forecasts. It's hard to see. So that's kind of everything there. Alright, here's temperature. It's probably going to be the easiest one to deal with here. Let me pause my video on my phone here. Chat will still be live, but let's see here. I have to do it like that. There we go. So you're all going to be watching me making a forecast map here. Alrighty. Whoops, that slipped. My mouse slipped there. Actually, no. That ain't right. That is not right. Yeah, this is gonna look different than anybody else's. Something like that will work. If I try to do like, well, I actually can. I actually have the colors to do it. They actually look better. If it highlighted like this. Like I've created an outline there. The reason why I did not do this in the first place because I did not have enough colors. But for this type of situation, what the forecast is looking like, I have enough colors for it. I wish I had more colors and my forecast maps will look 2 times better. This one here is going to look better than the last one. For anyone that's going to be joining the stream, what I'm going to be doing right now is making my forecast map for fall 2019. This is going to be preliminary. So this is going to be my second one. Direct Wetter's already made his second one. David's on his first one. I got something to talk about on that one there, though. Basically what happened is do not know if David copied Direct Wetter's Outlook. I mean, he might have did. I'm going to guess he might have did. Because when you look onto their overall forecast, I mean, Direct Weather had a post talking about this. Now, by the way, David's fall 2019 forecast video has been taken down. Direct Weather's post showing a difference. It had two posts. The overall forecast from Direct Weather's and then the other one from David's. They look extremely, extremely similar. The only difference I see there is the severe weather probability has been pushed east into my state. By good hundreds of miles. And Direct Weather was talking about it, and they said about that he might have got betrayed or something. I'm like, I don't know if he got betrayed or not. And then someone put in the comments in David's video talking about it being similar. And I was trying to let David know that Direct Weather's talking about you with the, I guess, I'm losing my words while at work. That usually happens to me all the time. But I was not able to say anything in that conversation, which is pretty weird. I should be able to. What I was going to say is that Direct Weather is talking about that, and I guess they talked about it right now, and they've taken down that post there. I mean, if that's going to continue to happen, if David actually betrayed you and copied, this is a big if. If that happened, what I'd rather do is probably make your maps copyrighted. And what that's going to happen is, if David did try to copy from you, then David's video is going to get copyright, and the Direct Weather is going to get the money from it. So, yeah, that's basically what happened there. I keep on hearing noises behind me. I don't know what that is. I usually have a sign put up that says "Do not disturb" whenever I'm making videos or live streams. I don't think there's anybody up here. I'm just probably hearing things. In my opinion, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I should. Because David said in that comment to that one person says, it's basically just from the models. You know, and he made his overall forecast as well. It's pretty similar. The way you word it and stuff is very similar. I would not put that flip-flop pattern for the Rockies or whatever. That seems a little suspicious there. Now, I'm not saying that I hate David. I'm just saying it's like, if you are trying to copy, do not copy him. Because then you're probably going to get hate and lose subscribers. What I did see on the video is he's getting more dislikes on the video. On average, I was like, oh boy, it's not be good. So yeah, that is how I found out. The thing is, though, Direct Weather uploaded his video this morning. Then David uploaded his forecast this evening. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm not trying to cause drama or anything. That is just like my thoughts on it, all that stuff there. I mean, if it's going to happen more times again, if the next one's going to be exactly the same, then I might just, I don't know. It's going to be hard to do so. I mean, MCG Jumbo, I forgot his name. I don't think he subscribed to David anymore because I don't see him on David's comments or whatever. He usually does, but he's not on there anymore. And I'm afraid that he's watching Direct Wetter's videos instead of, David's videos. Now, the difference between these two people is that if David's a actual meteorologist, and what was that outside? That did not sound right outside. That did not sound right. I don't know what that was. Well, the dogs are barking. But anyway, Direct Wetter is a weather enthusiast. I'm a weather enthusiast. Now the thing is that you would probably expect, like a meteorologist, for his forecast to be accurate or whatever. Now, for a weather enthusiast, there's a difference between those two. David has got his education for being a meteorologist. Now, Direct Wetter, I don't even know if he's going to go to college. For me, I don't know if I'm going to go to college because first, I know what college I want to go to get my meteorology. The thing is, it's probably going to cost a lot of money. To go to college, you're talking about thousands of dollars. And I sometimes struggle in school, and that's going to be a problem. Because I'm going to be struggling at school, I'm basically taking a risk and losing thousands of dollars. In my opinion, college is just expensive. I think it's a little too much, but the college I want to go to seems like it's a pretty nice place to go to, and it's Western Kentucky University, if y'all don't know. And on my ACT, I put that down for meteorology or whatever. And yes, they are pretty well interested with me. They're pretty well interested with me. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to say my score, my ACT score. I'm not going to say that. I don't think you're even supposed to say your ACT score anyway. Alrighty. So, here we are to the precipitation. Now, I think precipitation forecast is going to be a challenge for fall. The models are kind of flip-flopping, but I think we do know that right up here, up in Washington, could be a little bit above average. I think we're going to know that when you look into these models here. Let's change these all into precipitation in 3 months. See, the CFS model is showing up above average out near the mid-Atlantic. Over here, it's showing a different story here. This is why I'm saying it's going to be pretty challenging. But we're about to look at this type of setup. I think there's going to be above average somewhere here in the southeast here. And the CFS, it actually be raining outside my house. Let me see on my radar. Let me check that real quick. No, it's not. Most storms are getting closer, though. They have not made too much progress, but what they did create is a gust front. When you have a gust front, it's a quick gust of wind, and what that can also cause is some new thunderstorms to try to fire. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. Okay, so let's go on ahead and make my precipitation here. Think about doing something like this here. Now, above average could be put around in here. Now, the reason why I'm putting above average here is because you gotta think about hurricanes here, where we have, like I was talking about earlier, that we can have like hurricanes like that. The track could be different. That's why it could be above average. Now, if models start to agree, it can be upgraded to way above average on the coast and even most of Florida there. But that's kind of the look for right now. Now, I do know that they could be unpredictable. Now, we all know it's going to be below average in here. Seems like this forecast is kind of different, isn't it? Man, you know what? I forgot to put in EC. I always forget to do that. EC. We're going to put that in multiple spots. So EC. EC. If you all look at the top, EC means equal chances, or you could say average. So it seems like a lot of YouTubers are using this now. Equal chances. I've seen Direct Weather done it. Haven't seen David use that. And I'm going to just call him Combo. MC. I just keep on forgetting the first few letters. But I'm just going to call him Combo. He's awesome. I like him. He mainly does long-range forecasts and talks about winter a lot. Now, when I look at views and stuff on my YouTube, seems like the most popular things on my channel is hurricanes and winter. That's where I get most of my views, per year. Especially hurricanes and winter storms. Now, I remember last year, I had a winter 2018 and 2019 forecast. It was on my phone videotaping. And it had thousands of views on it. Just crazy for me. Especially how small the channel was back then. That was under 100 subscribers back at that time. So, yeah. So I'm probably expecting more people to watch my videos. Now, during the springtime and summertime, that's when I get the least of my views for my channel. Like, I'm seeing that happen this year, where my views have gone down because not a lot of people are interested with severe weather or what else is weekly forecasts and stuff like that. I mean, the only thing I do during springtime and summertime is weekly forecasts and severe weather. That's basically it, because that's pretty much what happens. And even sometimes in the summertime, hurricanes can happen, like Barry. I had one of my Barry videos, I had a boost with my views. It was 82. So, and I'm afraid it's my titles. I said in the title, I think, the title said that Tropical Storm Barry likely to develop. I think that got a lot of people's attention. So I think it's all about titles, I think. It's really how you get your views and stuff. Now, I'm not going to clickbait titles. That would be a stupid idea to do. But yeah. You can tell this here looks so much better with this highlighter. I swear. Hold on, guys. I keep on hearing noises over here. door's open. Hold on, I gotta close that door back. I don't know who opened it. I'm gonna close it back. Alright, close my door. Because I don't want any noises from downstairs. So that's why. Okay. That looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. That looks pretty good. It's still not as good as Dark Waters and David's, but well, it is about as good as MC combos. Like this. It's really how he color codes and stuff like this. It is just like MC. I keep on forgetting his name. I'm just gonna name him Combo. Combo. He makes maps like these. He just uses a highlighter. I use it a little bit different. Here, I make like an outline and color code it in so it doesn't look messy. And actually does not look messy at all. I'm actually happy about it. Now, I do not have color for the other stuff like the brown and the dark green. For precipitation, I only just have light green. That's it. But with temperature, oh, what happened to it? Oh, there it is back. Here, let me go and save this. Fall temp number 2. That's going to be saved in fall 2019. But you can tell here, it does not look that pretty. Well, it's not bad. Over there, it just looks crap. Save my changes. Precept. This one here does not look that bad. It's one of her. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all agree with this or not? I think I do agree. Especially looking over these here. You know, I think I've done pretty good on this. And I've been live streaming for nearly an hour. So kind of a chill live stream. Caught up with things. That means I don't have to make a video for the next few days. And I do have to go somewhere on Wednesday. So there will be no videos on Wednesday. We may get to have a video tomorrow if any bad weather happens around here. Oh yeah, by the way, that possible microburst. I don't think that was a microburst. Because, well, the reason why I don't think it's a microburst, I think it's just a downburst. Now, so that's microburst that it was. Was it straight line winds? It could have been. Was it a tornado? I'm not sure for that, to be honest, because afterwards, wherever I looked on velocities, there was areas of rotation going on inside the storm. So the winds were going all over directions. It was not just going... It was not all one direction. It was just a mess, but the winds were strong in some spots. And I think I got one of those there. And I had 5 to 6 inches of rain that night. Had some bad flash flooding. It messed up my front yard mulch quite a bit. It pushed around a lot of mulch. Just got another heavy rain today. I'm trying to figure out what the flooding problem is. Because one of the gutters is probably it's clogged up. That's probably what caused all that mulch to be carried. I think I had a stream beside my house too. We never seen that rain in a very long time. I think that was probably the worst rain we might have had in a very long time. The last time we probably had heavy rain was a few years ago. It was nighttime as well. And I don't even know how much rain we got, but the flooding was really bad just down the road. We were coming back from very short vacation from Terre Haute, Indiana. Came back home. It was a severe weather day. It was. And it was a pretty interesting day as well because it was very dangerous as well because apparently everyone has decided to sit under a metal roof but no walls or anything, and it was metal bleachers. And we sat through a severe thunderstorm that had winds gusting up to 60 miles per hour. Very intense lightning and very heavy rain. The heavy rain, oh boy, it flooded the parking lot pretty good. Well, it was no parking lot, actually. It was just in grass. Well, lying area. And the place we're sitting in almost got hit. We almost got hit by lightning. We almost did. It struck right onto the track. And it was a very close call because everybody probably would have been dead if we were not sitting. If the lightning struck on the metal bleachers. I mean, it's just such a bad idea. I mean, everything's made of metal. If lightning strikes, you're probably talking about hundreds of people dead. And it's really everybody's fault because it was our decision to stay in it. I told my parents we should probably sit in the vehicle. That's probably safer. And apparently they deny it. Well, on our way back home, got to see we were catching up the line, wrapping up behind it. So the event that was outside was canceled. So on the way back home, we saw a rainbow. Then when we reached to Indianapolis, we were in the backside of the line of storms. And then it started to pour. From there, lightning got intense. Excuse me. Whenever we got to my house, water just like shot up everywhere. And then by my neighbor's yard, it was just like a humongous pond. And the National Forest Service only issued a flood advisory. I was like, that is more than a flood advisory. I don't even know how much rain we got that day, but it was crazy. So yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys on this live stream here. Now, I do understand that I was overreacting during the microburst or whatever. I'm going to say it was a downburst. By the way, we saw a little tree damage up down the road. Half of the tree and partial of the tree. That's it. So, yeah. But damage was it wasn't major. So yeah, like I said, that's our guide for you guys for this live stream. Hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. If you're watching this as a video, you can go ahead and hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. You'll never miss an upload. If you got any questions about this, put in the comment section down below. If you missed the live stream, I'll answer you guys' questions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.